Sure. Speaking of your game, you've evolved over the years from your rookie year to now. What do you think is the one aspect of your game that has most evolved?
I think the biggest thing is my mind has evolved. I watch a lot of film, I study a lot of guys, and then I watch a lot of basketball. So like in the process of that, I've learned a lot of things. I learned from a lot of different players, just watching the game, talking to people. And my thing is now I feel like I see the game through a different lens than I did when I was a rookie. I'm still young and I'm still like getting better every single day. But right now I feel like I'm in a really good groove, and I know how to get to my spots. I know how to get my teammates involved. I know how to kind of manipulate the defense, and it's been great.
I admire your preparation. So
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Pacers sporting a good look as they came through the tunnel earlier. We'll see if they look that good when they take their home court shortly. The next stage of the Eastern Conference playoff battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Craig Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Indiana. In the front court, the forwards Mathurin and Siakam. Mitchell is out there with Halliburton. And it's Huff in at the 5. You look at Detroit. They really had to grind out wins in that first-round series. Do you think it wore them down at all?
It probably took a little out of them, but they don't have time to think about that. This is the postseason, and they'll be running on adrenaline.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Ivy. That 3 off the mark. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Pacers. For 3, Mitchell gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Mitchell's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Pacers. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. For the Pistons, it's been a slow start here. 6-point game. Cunningham inside. He's covered by Halliburton. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
For 3, Mitchell. And Indiana, another 3.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he can wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Here's Duren. Pacers with the rebound.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
For 3, Mitchell sinks the triple. Mitchell's got 12.
When coaches talk about starting fast, this is what they mean.
For Detroit, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Harris looking it over. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And he's good on the 3 ball. Cunningham's got his second basket of the night. Mitchell against Ivy. And another 3-point shot ball for Mitchell.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pistons trail by 10. Bounce pass from Ivy. Here's Cunningham. The Pistons keeping it alive, a new 14.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Ivy on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Count it.
Ivy. He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Look at the chosen one. He's been playing really well.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
The Pistons making a change here. Stewart's checked in for Duran. Duncan Robinson comes in for Thompson. Karis LeVert's checked in for Ivy. And it's Jenkins in for Cunningham. It's LeVert on the wing. Shoots over Nembhard. A nice shot by LeVert.
You know, you can see the confidence level LeVert has by how often he hunts for his shot, especially from there.
Shot's good by Mitchell.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
The offensive rebound. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Indiana Pacers, leading by 12. From downtown, Robinson pulls it in. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Mitchell looking it over. Buries it from three-point range. Mitchell's got 24 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing. Blown opportunity there. He's got to have a short-term memory. Forget about that one.
Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Indiana.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. And for the Pacers here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
On the court for the Pistons, at the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. Robinson is out there with the Star Thompson. And it's Duran in at the center, filling out the middle. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against Boston put on a show. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. Pistons trailed by 19. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Ivy. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Detroit making a switch. Stewart's checked in. The Pacers making a switch here. Huff's jacked in. Here's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. Jalen Duren, number 1. Pistons trailed by 19. To the paint, here's Ivy, and the layup is good. 6 points for Jaden Ivey.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And Indiana, another 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Duren the pass to Robinson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Halliburton kicks to Mitchell. For the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 4th assist in this one. Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 6. Duren with it. Mathurin picks him up. The kick out to Cunningham. Traps in the tray. Cunningham's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
And to the sidelines we go as we catch you. Up on the story about Asar Thompson. What's the status, Allie?
Guys, I was able to catch up with Detroit's head athletic trainer. He said it's a sprained wrist. Doesn't look like any torn ligaments, but considerable pain and swelling. And to come down with an injury at this point is a huge blow. The last thing he wants is to bow out in the midst of the playoffs. Back to you.
And Allie, we thank you for the report. Well, at least we know now how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Timeout called the Pistons.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game, the fans.
And so it's Indiana rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
And again for 3.
Unbelievable shooting, and he continues to climb the all-time leaderboards for threes made in a playoff game.
Offensive fireworks from long range, so fun to watch, putting on a show on the big stage.
Putting in the effort to get a second chance look, nice.
And it's Mitchell missing. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for the Pistons.
Duncan Robinson.
Takes the three. And it's out of bounds. Okay, they say it was last touched by Ivy. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Personal foul. First team foul.
The Pacers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Mitchell. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Mitchell drops them both. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Cunningham passes to Duren. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
A reliable option he's been tonight. He's their safety valve for sure.
Third quarter play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
And here's Mitchell from the... Good! Another from 3.
The three's coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Now GA tied for the third most three-point field goals in single-game playoff history. Indiana's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Here's the 3. Connects again from distance.
And he's notched the third most three-pointers in a single game in NBA playoff history.
GA, one of the best games of his life, or anyone's, any players for that matter. He's been unstoppable.
As a playmaker, Ivy has an interesting upside. If he continues to develop those skills, he'd only increase his value.
Good on the three-point shot. 62 points for the chosen one.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
There's the lob to Duren. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, a good passer at his position. Harris knows when to look for his teammates.
Halliburton finds Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. And again for 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena slack-jawed.
And Greg, he finds himself tied for second place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game. Pass to Ivy. And Duren slams it in.
Oh, and the playmaking of Ivy on full display.
The Pacers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down. Good! Another from 3.
An incredible shooting display, if you hadn't noticed already, and he just keeps it going.
Well, he now owns the second most three-point makes in a game in NBA playoff history. How about that? Pass to Duren, and Duren slams it in.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
For 3, Mitchell, yet another bucket.
And he's now playing the second most points ever in a playoff game.
Boy, he is really taking advantage of the defense. Nobody's been able to contain him. Halliburton against Cunningham. For 3, Harris. It's good from long range.
Big answer from Harris, and I love it. A legitimate threat from outside the arc.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Connects from three-point range.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Cunningham against Halliburton. 6 to shoot. Harris outside. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers able to. Put on a show for the ages. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll return shortly. Checked in for Indiana. Then for the Pistons, Harris is checked in for Stewart, and it's Jenkins in for LeVert. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. So for the Pistons, Stewart comes in for Duran. Robinson is subbed in for Jaden Ivey. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Cunningham dishes it to Harris. Pass to Jenkins. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's McConnell with it. They'll bring it up for the Pacers. On the floor for connects again from distance.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop it?
I don't know. And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for three-pointers made. Harris passes to Robinson. Buries it down low.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down. And what will be a win here in Game 1 of the series for the Pacers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 and again for 3.
What can you say? Wow, he's done it. The most three-point makes in NBA playoff history.
Oh, an incredible achievement, one that will surely be celebrated around the world.
And after catching their breath, this crowd now showering him with a well-deserved applause.
LGA, he's put on a shooting clinic for sure. One of the best we've seen in playoff history.
Well, it seems like every three he's throwing up is going in, guys. No stopping this guy once he gets going like this.
The Pacers making a switch here. Neesmith is checked in. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harris kicks to Jenkins.
Pacers ball.
Mitchell against Cunningham. From the arc, he got it again. Sensational.
And that bucket, if you can believe it, sets a new all-time record for points in a playoff game.
Greg, the way he came out tonight, you could feel the level of his focus. He put his team on his back and has delivered an incredible offensive show.
And this crowd taking the opportunity to cheer one of the great individual playoff performances in league history.
You know, an offensive outburst, Greg, that will live on on in the minds of everyone here who saw it?
Boy, the defense looks hapless out there. I mean, they're lost trying to find a way to stop this guy.
Robinson, that's good.
He had to battle for that lay-in. Excellent, tough defense, but he found a way to get it down anyway.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Hits it again. Wow.
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. GA, I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on right now.
That's the game, folks. And your Pacers win. Indiana, 105. The Pistons, 67. Thank you for your attendance and support tonight, fans. Get home safe and see you next time.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always,
here. What teammate of yours is the best in terms of stick skills in NBA 2K?
So it's in terms of playing 2K.
I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but I kind of do a little bit.
No feathers should be ruffled. That's a good question. I know Paul plays the game pretty often, so he's probably pretty good. And I would say I'm gonna go younger, Justin Edwards. He says he's really good at 2K. I haven't got a chance to play him yet. I'm not the best, but I'll play him just to see and talk a little trash with him.
I like that.
Yeah.
You ever have a moment when you're playing 2K where something spectacular happens and you're like, yeah, this is why I play 2K?
The biggest moment that happens.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The postseason continues to heat up here on 2K Sports. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals on the way. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Harris and Duran together in the middle. And it's Cunningham in at the point. And for the Pacers, at small and power forward, it'll be Mathurin and Siakam. Halliburton is out there with Mitchell. And it's Huff in at the 5 spot. You look at Detroit, they came up short in Game 1 of this series. Still, they showed some positive signs to carry into this one.
It's all about making the adjustments for this game. They can steal home court advantage if they execute their plan.
Now here's Mitchell, takes the 3, nails it from 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
On the wing, Ivy. Siakam with the defensive effort.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
From deep, Mitchell. Another 3 for Indiana.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 6-point game.
First team foul.
Ivy against Mitchell. Ivy passes to Cunningham. And there's the drive. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, can you say total package?
Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
The three from Mitchell. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton. Mitchell's got 9 points. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Guys, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Cunningham against Halliburton. Cunningham passes to Duren. And here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Ivy against Mitchell from behind the arc. And again, it's Indiana with a three.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
The Pistons have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Cunningham passes to Thompson. And he's going for the lob. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 15. Another three for Indiana.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
To the middle. Here's Duren. Blocked. To the paint.
Detroit foul. Ivy. First personal foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Indiana.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Catching up on the changes for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Huff. Neesmith comes in for Matherin. And Andrew Nembhard subbed in for Tyrese Halliburton. Both free throws good from Mitchell. Pistons trail by 13.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the first quarter. And here's Robinson. 5 on the clock. Pass to Stewart. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Buries it from 3. Mitchell's got 23.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. Some of the most impressive shooters in the game. Here are the guys who have been hitting with consistency from outside the arc. Second, Tobias Harris.
Some guys thrive on the postseason pressure. He's been an unbelievable floor spacer for them.
Outside Mitchell. The 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Pistons trail by 17. Over to the wing. Here's Jenkins. Lays it up and in despite excellent defense.
That's a great move if you can pull it off, especially against tight defense.
From deep, Mitchell drops in the 3. He has 29 now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Jenkins. Checked by Mitchell. Pass to Jenkins. Pulls up at the elbow. No good off the back of the rim.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
There's the steal. Robinson with a steal. Out to Harris. It'll count. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Indiana sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break. Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. And for the Pacers here, they've really been putting on a show.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Pascal Siakam out there with Toppin. Then there's Mitchell. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Halliburton in at the point. That's the 5 for the Pacers. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against Detroit had a huge game. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
And Indiana with some changes. Huff comes in for Toppin, and T.J. McConnell subbed in for Mitchell. Pass to McConnell. Back to Halliburton. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Ivy. Indiana ends up going with a new group. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Stewart, he's checked in for Duran. Tobias Harris comes in for Robinson. Karis LeVert's checked in for Ivy. Jenkins comes in for Cunningham. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Mitchell's got 41.
Boy, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Pass to Harris. Indiana with a rebound. Lets the 3 fly. And there's Mitchell on the assist by Nembhard. Mitchell's got 12 points now in the quarter.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Here's Jenkins. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
The 3 from Mitchell connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Jenkins misses.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And it's Mitchell, the miss. Now here's LeVert. Here's Jenkins. Off target with the 3. And so it's Indiana with 0 pressure as they hold on to a 35-point advantage. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. And it's Detroit with the ball. And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Harris and Duran together in the middle. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Cunningham in at the 1. Now here's Harris. That shot missing. Siakam with the defensive effort. Outside Mitchell. Let's go with a 3. Oh, another one falls.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Stolen by Mitchell. By himself. Another one goes. Incredible.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Ivy against Mitchell. And it's Ivy penetrating. Rejected by Mitchell. And it's out. Bounds. They say it was last touched by Mitchell. Second half getting started. About a minute played.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Thompson draws the double. Pass to Duren. Back to Thompson. And the layup is good off the glass.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
The 3 from Mitchell. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists now in this one. The Pistons have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Shoots. Hits yet again. Wow!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Pass to Duren. Lays it up and banks it in. And that's now 6 points for Jalen Duren.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Mitchell, good.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. Thompson outside. Now here's Duren. Pass to Harris. Ivy outside. Harris on the wing. He's covered by Siakam. Here's Duren. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Individually, he's trying to lift the team. You've got to love the effort, but thus far, not getting over the top.
Good! Another from 3.
Unbelievable shooting, and he continues to climb the all-time leaderboards for threes made in the playoff game.
Offensive fireworks from long range, putting on a show on the big stage.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Now the Pacers on the move, moving it up. And there's Mitchell on the assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got assist number 8 now on the night. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Thompson passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
From deep, Mitchell. And yes, another basket.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. The Pistons have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Pass to Ivy. Puts up a 3. Huff pulls it in.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here's Ivy. Deflected. They get it back. Duren, the pass to Ivy. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
They get it back. Harris, the layup off target. Halliburton, the pass to Mitchell. Got it up. He got it again! Sensational!
And he now owns 3rd place for most points in a playoff game.
Oh, just an incredible game. Nothing can slow him down. At the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. It's the Pacers opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter started. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
He's checked in for Indiana. Mitchell comes in for Neesmith. Detroit also making some changes. Jalen Duren comes in for Stewart, and Ivy subbed in for Jones. For Indiana, they've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this 4th quarter. Walker out there with Toppin. Connects again from distance.
And he's notched the 3rd most three-pointers in a single game in NBA playoff history.
Yes, one of the best games of his life, or anyone's for that matter. He has been unstoppable. A leaner. And Duren finishes inside.
And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
From deep, Mitchell. Another one falls. Amazing.
Incredible. 81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. Pass to Jenkins. And that's a foul called on T.J. McConnell. That's foul number 2 for him.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Reed's checked in for the Pistons. Here's Jenkins. Goes up off the inbound. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on T.J. McConnell.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Indiana?
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And again!
And he's tied 2nd all-time in scoring for a playoff game.
Yes, just a miraculous offensive display. This crowd on the edge of their seats. Cunningham passes to Stewart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 3rd assist of the night.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
The 3 from Mitchell. Yet another bucket.
And he's now claimed the 2nd most points ever in a playoff game.
Just roasting the defense. Nobody's been able to contain him.
And so that's the end of game 2. No question, this is a big win for the Pacers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
This team is playing with confidence and heart right now. they're in control of this series so far.
Yeah, no question. They're the more cohesive team right now, and just going out there and executing their game plan.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for the chosen one.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best.
And again for three.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena in awe.
And you know, he finds himself tied for second place all time in three-point makes for a playoff game. Detroit calls timeout. They trail 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. A chance to check out our player of the game.
This is special. We are witnessing a legendary performance here tonight. He is like levels above everyone else on the floor. Something must have clicked for him in warm-ups tonight. He's just come out and he has run wild.
Yeah, this is something he will remember forever. These types of performances in the playoffs are what define a player's legacy. Here's Jenkins. Cunningham up top, 19-footer, and he gets it to go.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight.
Good! Another from three.
If you hadn't noticed already, just an incredible shooting display, and he just keeps going and going.
Well, he now owns the second most three-point makes in a game in playoff history. How about that? Out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball.
Pacers ball. Now into the lineup for Indiana, Jay Huff.
Indiana on offense. Three-pointer. And there's Mitchell on the assist by Shepard.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last.
Connects again from distance.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop them?
And he's now tied the sink. And again for three.
What can you say but wow? I mean, he's done it. The most three-point makes in NBA playoff history.
A momentous achievement. One that'll surely be celebrated around the globe.
And after catching their breath, this crowd showering him with richly deserved cheers.
He puts on a shooting clinic. One of the best in playoff history.
I'll tell you, we knew he could shoot with range, but this barrage of threes has been nothing short of spectacular.
For the Pacers, T.J. McConnell.
Here's Jenkins.
That's the game, folks, and your Pacers win. Your Pacers, 126. Detroit, 53. Until our next home game, be sure you have gathered all of your belongings and get home safely.
And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2-0 now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
Time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team,